Hi everyone, I'm James Lewis. Welcome to 10 for Tech, where we take up to 10 minutes to dive into bite-sized portions of technology. And today we want to talk about getting started in Webex. Yeah, we're going to take you through getting started, how to schedule your meetings if you want to, and how to get your meetings up and going. And then we're going to come back later on in another video to show you some really cool advanced features that we think that will be beneficial to you. So to get started in your Webex account, let's go to the UNCP homepage at uncp.edu, of course. And if we go over to quick links, scroll down all the way to the bottom till we get to Webex faculty, staff, and students. It's the last one. So we want to go here, and then we're going to get to this page. On this page here, we can either join a meeting if we already have some meeting information, or we can sign into our account. For this particular assignment, we want to sign into our account. So we'll click the blue sign in button on the side, and we're going to have to enter our email address. Now, this is very important. We want to make sure that you hit the first name dot last name at uncp.edu, not your username at uncp.edu. If you do that, you're going to fail. So right here on this screen, make sure you do first name dot last name at uncp.edu. Then hit next. Okay, on this screen here, we want to put in our username and our password. So on the first screen, first name dot last name at uncp.edu. Second screen, username, password. All right, so here we are at our Webex screen. So there's a couple things I want to show you. Again, you have we can search for meetings or recordings here, and then we have our several tabs over here. Well, if we click our meetings tabs, it shows all our meetings that we got scheduled coming up. This is our recording tab where we have a list of our recordings, preferences, insights, and so on. For right now, let's go back to our home tab. All right, so we can customize our picture. I got my beautiful picture right here. And when you sign into yours, it's going to say James, it's going to say your name and your personal room. I didn't like the personal room title, so I changed mine to virtual office by going onto preferences here. So mine is called James Lewis's Virtual Office. My virtual office is my let's think of it to my office on campus or my home office. The address never changes. It always stays the same, and anyone can come at pretty much at any time. So this address right here under my name is my personal room or my virtual office address. It never changes. I can put this link in an email. I can sign it, put it on my email signature. I can place this link in Canvas, and my students can have access to me pretty much anytime they get ready. So I can pretty much just hit copy, this little copy icon right here, and I can paste that into an email or paste that into my Canvas course, and I can get right into my course or get into my meeting or my class right away. Okay, so another option that you have is to schedule a meeting. And some folks ask me, hey, like, which one should I do? Should I just give them my personal room or should I schedule a meeting? It doesn't matter. It's up to you. Whatever is your personal preference, I say you do it. So if you want to schedule, just hit schedule. And you're going to follow these steps. You can give it a title. This is your meeting password. You can set the date and time, the duration of your meeting. Now, just say if you set your meeting for an hour and, you get on a hot topic and the meeting goes over, no, you're not going to be cut off. The meeting is going to continue. All right. So you can set your time here. And then we can set it, if this is a class or a meeting that's going to meet every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at a certain time on a weekly basis or whatever, and they have an end date. This is pretty much self-explanatory here. You guys know what you're doing on that. So you can set all of that in reoccurring, which is really nice and wonderful, and it'll list each one of your meetings. And here you see your attendees. So you can add in your attendees that you want to attend this event. they're going to get an email as well saying such and such scheduled this meeting. Here is the meeting link. And you're going to get a meeting link as well with the host password that you can put in at the time that you start your meeting. And when you're done customizing, adding all those that you want to add into it, you can hit schedule. Also, there's another option here, show advanced options. If you want to add agenda and put notes in the meeting ahead of time, you can set registration and you can do your email reminders. So I would say give yourself some time if you want to schedule and go through this and decide what works best for you and the setup that you're trying to do. After you're done, just hit schedule. And when you're ready to start that scheduled meeting, you're going to be back at this page, or you're going to be using the desktop app, and you're going to have be able to just hit, you're going to have a green button here, a list of meetings here, and a green button that says start a meeting, and you start your scheduled meeting. Okay, so the next part we want to look at is the big green button, the start a meeting button. There's one thing I want you to pay attention to. This little arrow on the right side, if you click on that, we have two options. We have the desktop app and we have the web app. So what's the difference? I'm glad you asked. The web app is really cool for immediate stuff. If you're just trying to get into a meeting really quick, you're at a new computer or some computer that you're not usually using, use the web app if you want. It's a scaled down version of Webex. You can do a lot of the same things, but you don't have to download any of the plugins, and you're kind of limited in what you're going to be sharing if you're trying to share PowerPoint slides and such. So if you're on your personal machine or machine that you're going to be using Webex on consistently, I want to recommend that you use the desktop app. So select that one time, and that preference is going to be remembered each time you start a meeting. And when you start this meeting, you're going to download the desktop app feature. Now, I already have mine downloaded on the computer, so mine may not do exactly as yours do, but you're going to hit start a meeting. And when you do, you're going to go to another little window here, and wow, it did download for me. See this package right here? And this little hover button says click here to install. You're going to go ahead on and click here and then install the Webex app. And what that Webex app is going to do is going to place an icon on your desktop or your toolbar that's going to allow you to access your meeting information, access your meetings really quick without having to go through all of this sign-in process that we just did. Okay, I have downloaded the Cisco Webex app, and this is what it looks like. As you can see, my personal room address is right here, and I have that same copy icon, so I can copy that URL, send it to my students or send it to folks that's going to be in the meeting with me, and bam, this is the link that they're going to use to join my meeting or my class session from their computer. All of my scheduled meetings are going to show up down here, and they're going to have the green, remember, start a meeting button. So that is really cool. Now, just say this join a meeting right here, this area right here. Say if you already have a meeting request from somebody else and they have this link in here, or they sent you a meeting number. You can put that meeting number right in here, hit here and hit start a meeting, and bam, you're going to be right there in their meeting. It's really cool and really easy to do. So I'm here at my Webex app, and I'm going to go ahead and start this meeting. The first thing that's going to pop up is our AV window. And you see I turned my camera off. I don't like looking at myself while I'm talking. But anyway, if I turn my camera back on, hit this red button, you can see the computer auto detects my camera and my microphone. Now, if I wanted to change these settings, see right over here on the right-hand side right here, I could change these settings. If I had an external microphone here, I could put another, like this is my webcam microphone, I could select, and this is an external microphone. I got options. I got plenty of options right here. But if you're just using the basic devices on your computer, it's pretty much going to detect everything that you already have connected to your machine. And right here is going to say use computer for audio, and that's what we recommend. Now, there are other options you can call in and so on, but if you're on a decent internet connection, it's fine to use computer for audio. And again, we want to go ahead on and start our meeting, because this is just our AV window. This is letting us know, hey, these devices are what's going to be used in your meeting or in your class session. So let's hit start a meeting. This window right here is your basic WebEx windows. It says waiting for others to join right here. This is the window where your participants will be. If you're doing a talking head, you got another person right here, or you got 25, everybody's gonna show up in this window. There's several different type of layouts that allows you to customize your windows the way you want. And your video, if you turn your video on, your personal video, your local video is going to be in the right-hand corner right here. All right, so I'm going to turn that back off. And right here, if you look down to the bottom, we got our controls for our WebEx session. We can mute our microphone. We can turn it back on, or we can share, and I'm going to come back to this one. We can record the session. And this is our participant windows. So this windows right here will show me who all is in my session. And I can mute their microphone, I can turn their microphone on and off, and so on. This is my chat window. So the people in my session, I could chat to everyone in my session, or I can click this drop down menu here and select certain people in my session that I want to send a chat message to. Also, this three button here, three little dots here, is basically I can change my audio settings. I can copy my meeting link. Pretty much I can lock the session. I can do notes and polling, and we'll get into that in later videos. But if there's somebody who didn't show up for my meeting, if you scheduled it, I want to remind them, I can just click invite and remind, type their email address in, hit send, and they get an email from me saying, hey, we're waiting on you to join our WebEx session. This share content button right here is probably will be one of the most used buttons that you use in your session. And there's a couple of ways that you can do it. So let's click on it. So the share process works in several different ways. I can share my entire screen with everyone, and they can see everything I can do and everything that's open on my screen. But if I want to be a little bit more discreet, and you're in your class or your meeting, and you just want to share a PowerPoint slide or Excel spreadsheet, have that app already open. Like I got PowerPoint open here, and then simply hit share. Now, go back to PowerPoint, and bam, and I can go into presentation mode if I wanted to and do all of these really cool things and share my slides and so forth like that. Now, as you can see, if you look to the top of my screen, my window changed here a little bit because I'm sharing my PowerPoint presentation, or I'm sharing my screen. So now my controls are up to the top. And as you can see, if I'm sharing full screen, I get this orange tab right here that's saying you're sharing Microsoft PowerPoint. And then when I get ready to stop sharing, I just click here and hit stop sharing. And now I'll go back to seeing each person face to face. So if you've got any questions, feel free to call the help desk at 521-6260. If you want a one-on-one session, or you want a group department session with WebEx, or you just need some extra help, just send us an email, give us a call or whatever, and we'll schedule something, a virtual session with you to help you get going, to help you be successful. Thanks for watching. We hope you have a wonderful day. Stay safe and go Braves.